Was it Wildflowers? It is Thursday, October 2nd. All right. We got the turtle. And so I know there's a lot of symbolism around turtle, like Native American cultures. Some of the creation stories are that the earth was literally created on the turtle's back. Turtles are really intense creation energy. They can also represent like that slowly building energy that we've been talking about, right? Like the tortoise and the hare. The tortoise wins the race because they stay mindful. And so I wanted to look up like what the turtle in this deck means to the author. And it's a little bit of a different spin, but kind of along that same lines, like mindfulness, where you do everything kind of slowly, but with purpose, right? Like, and that wins the race because you are paying attention. I was listening one time to this speech by the Dalai Lama, and I think that was it. I hope I'm not misquoting what it was, but the question was, like, what do Buddhists do differently? And he said, we eat, we walk, we breathe. I'm paraphrasing. This isn't the direct quote. And so, the asker is like, well, that's not different. How is that different? And, he said, it's different because we know we're eating. We know we're breathing. We know we're walking. Like, that's mindfulness. Mindfulness is just everything that you do it with purpose. Do it presently. Like, don't be eating your meal while you're scrolling and, eat it while, you have a conversation, or while you taste your food and, smell it and look at the colors and really make it an experience. Everything can be an experience when you're walking, looking around, taking things in. And that helps. That helps a ton with like anxiety and things like that, because you are forcing your mind to look at what's happening now. You're not stuck in what happened in the past. You're not spiraling about what might happen in the future. You are mindfully doing the things that are going to create the future you want, because you don't have to worry about the future. You're creating it today, right? Like what I tell my clients, tarot doesn't tell the future. It tells you where you're going right now. It tells you what your actions are leading you to. That's why it's such a great coaching tool, because it tells you this is the future based on what you're doing. Don't like it? Change what you're doing. Like it? Do more of that, right? So that's the turtle aspect. Another cool thing that they said in this particular deck was, it said turtle energy. Turtle energy is behind all great writers and storytellers as they collect life experiences under their shells for later use. The most potent turtle energy helps us close all the other books and begin to tell our own story. So the same kind of magic that we're talking about, where close all the other books. It doesn't matter who you were. What matters is where you're going. What matters is who you're going to be. It doesn't matter what you did, in the past. It doesn't matter what anybody else did to you. You are not a victim. You may have been wronged, right? But you don't have to claim that mentality of a victim. You don't have to say, this happened to me and now I'm going to let it stop me from doing anything else. No. You get to close, you get to choose. You are holding the books. You're the librarian in your own life, right? And you can choose to put them back on the shelf. You could choose to take them off the shelf and throw them away, right? Like, we're not about book burning here, but some books, we just don't want to read them anymore, right? You read it, it's done, And there's some books that bring you joy and you want to read it over and over again, and that's fine, right? But make sure that you leave room in your life for the new books. And even more so, write it yourself. Because you can read somebody else's words all day long, and they might make you feel good, and it might be easier. But you've got the pen in your hand. You have the power. Write your own book. Write your own story. Everything we're creating, it's all up to you. You know, even people like me who do coaching, I can't do it for you. You know, I can help you. I can guide you. I can give you the tools. I can cheer you on, but I can't do the push-ups for you. I can do push-ups all day long. They're not going to make you stronger, right? So this really is telling you, you know, I know yesterday's energy was all over the place. It was like this positive new beginning energy, but then also this like heavy, like, I don't know if I'm ready to let go kind of energy. There was a whole mix of things going on, you know, and we're in that week before the full moon, right? So like all of this, that energy, it's building. So I hope that you can tap into that today, and you can tap into the energy of the turtle, where we are making we are writing our own stories, and we're doing it mindfully. And if it's slow, that's okay. Like, that's okay, you know? And sometimes, you know, think about a sea turtle, right? Like, sea turtles, they can swim fast. But they're on the road, you know, they're kind of on the, I didn't make that up, right? Turtles swim fast. The point of my analogy here, they do, you know, and they might be crawling on the beach, right? And then they get kind of in the water and they can coast because that's their natural, right? But sometimes, you know, some turtles, they come out of the water to go lay eggs. You know, there's reasons that the turtle may come out of its comfort zone. And so same thing with us. There's times when we've got to come out of our comfort zone. And when we're out of our comfort zone and building new things and in places that we're uncomfortable with or just not familiar with, it's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen as fast as we want it to. And you might get frustrated. But just keep building. Just keep building, because the sea turtle, he gets back to the sea. It just takes him one step at a time. If he got to the middle of the beach and was like, this is taking too long, forget it. Right? He'd sit there until a seagull came down and pecked him out of his shell. Like, keep going. And then eventually you're going to hit that water and you're going to sail. You're going to cruise, because now, even if it's new, eventually you get good at it. And now it's not new anymore. And now that becomes your comfort zone. And all of a sudden, your comfort zone that was this big is this big. Right? And then you do it again. And then it's not even in the camera anymore. Right? Like, now it's just infinitely, this is my bubble, right? That's the magic. You keep expanding. You keep expanding, because what you're doing today, 10 years ago, you didn't think you were going to be able to do it, right? And so what you're going to be doing 10 years from now, I promise you, you sitting here right now, maybe can't even imagine it, but it's going to be so amazing, right? I'm here for it. So go out there and do it.